Have you ever wanted to flip upside down and impress your friends? Well, now you can with this How to Do a Back Handspring tutorial. Hi, I'm Emma Cahus, and I've been cheering for about 7 years now. And a back handspring is an essential skill found in cheerleading, gymnastics, dance, and even wrestling. What a back handspring is, it's an essential skill. It's really the foundation for tumbling. What is tumbling, you ask? It's the connected and continuous flips. You may have seen them in the Olympics, gymnastics, when they do the floor exercise, or if you watch competitive cheerleading, there's cross tumbling, and they're even found in particular dance scenes. Alright, so what I found in my many years of cheering, that there is an essential list that you must go through to get the perfect back handspring. Now the first thing, the most important, is you always have to warm up and stretch before you practice this skill. Okay, so warming up, you could go for a quick run, do some jumping jacks, just your typical warm-ups for a workout. And with the stretching, you want to do regular leg stretches, arm stretches, but with the back handspring, you want to pay close attention to making sure to stretch your back by doing a bridge or something like that, or you have to pay special attention to stretching out your wrists and ankles because it's especially hard on the joints. Alright, and so now that you're all warmed up and ready to go, you can practice the second step in learning your back handspring. Alright, so this is the back bend kickover, which will eventually lead to a back walkover. Now, I'm going to demonstrate a back bend for you, just in case you guys don't know. So you're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart and your arms up, and you're just going to watch your hands as you bend backwards into a bridge, like so. Okay? And so, once you get this back bend, it'll really remove the fear of going backwards. Backward skills are a lot harder because you can't see where you're going, but they're a lot more essential than forward flips. So you got to master this fear of going backwards with the back bend, and you can eventually kick over from that, and it'll lead to a back walkover, which is basically like a slow motion back handspring. I'll demonstrate it for you real quick. Alright, so as you can see, it's just going slower than a back handspring, so it's a lot less dangerous, and you just have split legs, so that's a little different as well. So the third step in learning your back handspring is a handstand snap down. And I'll demonstrate that for you real quick if you don't know what it is. Alright, so as you can see, it's basically like the second half of your back handspring. And you want to learn this, you can really know to not fall at the end of your back handspring. You really want to land with your chest up, eyes up, head up, and everything, so you don't end up falling back towards the ground. And this is also used to master the shoulder pop. A lot of beginners, when they're first trying their back handspring, they tend to bend their arms, and you really lose all your strength in that. So you really want to keep your arms locked out and just pop your shoulders to get off. And I'll show you that one last time. Alright. And once you master that shoulder pop, you want to move on to the beginning of the back handspring. It may seem boring and repetitive, but it's really important to get these 3 steps in order, which is the swing, squat, jump, in that order to maximize your momentum. So I'll show you what I mean. When you start your back handspring, you want to swing all the way back about 45 degrees behind your back. You want to squat all the way as far as you can backwards. When you're about to fall, that is when you jump. A lot of people get this jump messed up. They want to jump straight up, thinking they're doing a backflip, and that way you're going to over-rotate and just do almost a backflip without putting your hands on the ground. For the back handspring, you really want to jump as far backwards as possible, making your spring as long as possible. You really want your back handspring to be as long as your height or longer to maximize the power you get with it. Because it's really, a back handspring is used to connect skills and gain power in running tumbling. Alright, and then the last step is putting it all together. you're gonna want to start with some spots, two people next to you guiding you along as you flip. Then you can move down to one spot, and then you can practice on a crash mat. It's just a tall, couple feet wide mat. You can practice on just so you're safe and you don't hurt yourself if you fall, because it's gonna take a bit to get the right motion and get the confidence to flip backwards. And of course, I'm just doing this all on the grass because I've done it for many years. But if you're a beginner, always do it with mats. Always be safe. Take those precautions. And just remember, as you're doing your back handspring, stay tight, stay clean, stay confident, and you can get this skill. So I'm just going to wrap up the steps. Number 1, you always have to stretch and warm up. Make sure your body is ready to take on this challenge. Number 2, you're going to want to master your back bend. Remove the fear of going backwards. And that can progress into a back walkover, which is basically a slow motion back handspring. And then the third step, you're going to master your handstand snap down, which is the second half of your back handspring. And then you're going to master the swing all the way back, squat until you're almost falling backwards, and then jumping as far as possible, making your back handspring super long and powerful. And then lastly, you're going to put it all together. And remember, be safe, be curious, and just keep practicing. It's not going to take one day, so make sure you're just putting the effort in every single time. So thanks for watching my video, and I hope you love your new skill.